Hello, welcome to History Note Stash. My name is Trey Hyman. Today we're going to be discussing how to take notes. One might ask, does taking notes make me a better learner? And I would answer, yes, it does make you a better learner. It helps you process the information and retain the information that you've collected. Then one might ask, well, how should I take notes? Well, today in this video, I'm going to show you the Cornell method for note-taking and how easy it can be to take good notes. So where do you start with note-taking? Well, first, you need a place to put your notes. So I always encourage my students to get a spiral notebook. You can get this at any supermarket like Walmart or Target, but make sure you have a spiral notebook. You could also collect your notes in like this colorful journal, or you can go old school with a composition book, but you need a place to put your notes. So when you begin taking your notes, you're going to want to divide your paper into 3 sections. The large section is where you're going to collect your notes. The section over to the left is where you're going to develop questions about the information you collected. And the section down below is where you're going to develop a summary about that information. So when you start taking notes in the notes section, you want to make sure that you're paying close attention to what the teacher or the instructor is saying. Don't feel like you have to grab every word that they're saying. If you do that, you're going to kill yourself in taking notes. Instead, you want to simplify and abbreviate. When I mean simplify, grab the big ideas. You know that those things are probably really important. So certain details, dates, definitions, that's a good plan of action to simplify. And then abbreviate. We abbreviate all the time in text messaging and email. We say things like LOL and BTW or W / to abbreviate so that we get our point across, but we don't have to type out or write out all that information. So don't write every word, simplify and abbreviate. And the cool thing about taking notes over a video is that you can pause the video and rewatch it, just in case that you didn't get any information through the first time that you watch it. You can rewatch it and get more information. But if you're taking notes in class, another strategy is comparing your notes with other classmates. You could do that in person or through social media. I like to think of note-taking similar to going to the movie theater and watching a movie. There's many people in the theater that are watching that same movie, and they're all grabbing different details. And after the movie, you go up to your friends or to someone else who had watched the video and you said, hey, what was your favorite part? And their favorite part might include details that you didn't pick up on. And your favorite part might be totally different. But you compare and you're sharing that information. That same idea can happen in note-taking. So I always encourage my students, take your notes, read over them, and then compare them with another classmate to see if there's any information that you didn't get. And you can correct any information that you might have gotten, you might have made an error on. So you can do that as well in the note section. So in the question section on the Cornell note template on the left side, you want to develop questions that are about the information you collected in the note section, particularly about the big ideas that the teacher or the instructor stressed. That's information like dates, definitions, and any other details that the teacher stressed. When you're developing those questions, they need to be higher level questions. That's going to help you process and understand that information. When you're developing those questions, you can also include hashtags. Those work as like a point of reference about the information that was in the note section. So when you're developing the questions, you need to make sure it's about the big idea. Those questions are going to help you determine what to study and what to review for a future test or just maybe for the next lesson. But you need to make sure that you're developing those questions. So in the summary section down below, you're really trying to answer this one big question. What did I learn from this lesson? So you probably should go back and read through the note section, just quickly reread through them, answer those questions that you developed, and use those 2 sections to help you develop a summary. This is to provide the overall takeaway from that particular lesson. Your notebook and your notes are going to be a vital resource and essential for your success as a student in my class. If you were to stash some notes For this particular video, I would make sure that you collected these few thoughts. 1, draw the template for the Cornell method on your notebook. 2, when you're taking notes in the note section, you want to remember to simplify and abbreviate. Don't write every word down. 2, that's actually 3, when you're developing those questions, think about the big ideas in the note section. And then last, in the summary, answer that question. What did I learn in this lesson? Please be sure to comment below with any questions or thoughts that you might have about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on History Note Stash.